Good morning, Scott here, known as Cantaloupe to some online, and I'm bringing a video to you on a subject that's interesting to me. It might be of interest to you or someone you know, and I want to talk about a fictional person named Alice, for the sake of argument. And Alice has some confusion about various things, including what it takes to be interesting to a prospective partner or mate. So I want to pause that story, hold that thought for a second, and I'm going to rewind to when I was in high school, because that was the time when I was personally most sensitive to falling in love, being in love, and I remember learning a valuable lesson, a super valuable lesson at that time, where people were mainly concerned with physical appearances, and I thought, there might be another way. There might be something beyond that or above that. And turns out there is. You might be familiar with what I'm talking about from my other videos or your personal experience, where there's something called inner beauty, right? Inner beauty. There's something called integrity, people, having character. And it's not so much about intelligence necessarily or aptitude or talent, but, just being reliable, being honest, and being, ultimately, if we're being honest, good with kids at some point. I mean, we're human beings, and a lot of people, most people, I would say, have having a family at some point on their radar. And I'll speak for myself. Yes, I do. At some point, I would like to have, a family. And I think that certain people, certain characteristics and behaviors aren't conducive to being around family environments, around children. And not to judge this fictional person, Alice. However, some people, unfortunately, they are brought up wrong. They are brought up in a way that emphasizes the physical attributes and emphasizes sexualizing everything, emphasizes superficiality and being not entirely honest all the time, right? No judgment of our fictional character Alice, but the thing is, there's something under the surface that's way more important. Something that if it's lacking, it doesn't so much matter the shape of your butt or the rest of you. It doesn't so much matter. I mean, that stuff could be a deal breaker, don't get me wrong. This is a point of confusion for some people, if you're following me. They think that they say, what, am I not pretty enough? Am I not shapely enough? Am I, what don't you like about my body? Well, there's a point where it could be a deal breaker if your body was, beyond disfigured, or you weren't able to participate in things due to health problems. That could be a very real concern. And obviously, some kind of physical, romantic, sexual attraction is important as well. But for real relationships, and I'm talking about relationships, not just getting down or sport fucking, if you will, pardon the expression. I'm talking about relationships, people who have an expectation to see each other the next day and moving forward in a meaningful, permanent way. There's something way more important than the shape of your butt, because that doesn't last, girlfriend. That does not last, okay? So if you meet a guy who's mainly interested in the shape of your body, like the Ed Sheeran song, He's in Love with Your Body, maybe you should worry about that a little bit. It's something to think about. And I'm so sorry that they lied to you, that they said that that's the most important thing. In more than one way they told you that. I'm sure they did, because, well, fictional Alice seems to have a set of priorities that she received from her surroundings, I imagine, education, men, other people, her experiences online, and et cetera, et cetera. But God bless Alice for her beauty, which is fleeting. And not to be, negative or sad about it, but beauty is fleeting, isn't it? Physical beauty is very fleeting. And it's not just fleeting in the span of a lifetime. It's fleeting over the course of a single day sometimes. You get up in the morning and you have to make yourself beautiful if you're a woman, or if you're, whoever wants to, and not just women, but and before that, and then after that, after you remove the enhancements, whatever they may be, you might feel less beautiful or less valid. And my point is that you're not, if you're looking at it right, because the part that's important, the valid part, can't be washed off. If it's there, it's there. It's going to always be there, as long as you're who you are, with your memories, with your experiences, with your integrity, and with knowing who you are, being who you like, liking who you are. Do you like yourself is the question. There's a great saying, people take you at your own estimate. I'm going to say that twice. People take you at your own estimate. What does that mean? It means that when you meet someone new, they don't know you very well. So who knows you better than yourself? They're going to base their opinion, especially immediately, in the short term, off of your opinion of yourself. And if you present yourself as being questionable, I don't know if you're going to like me, maybe you won't like me, in honesty, I don't like me, well, that speaks for itself, doesn't it? And not to be cruel, but sometimes that's true. It's right, and it's something to listen to. If somebody doesn't like themselves, if they have major insecurities in spite of being beautiful, if they have inferiority complexes or neurosis or confusion or pathological dishonesty, there's a lot of stuff, if you ask me, that must be present and demonstrated for somebody to be a high quality person. I really don't want to put it that way, but it's true. It's true. There are different qualities of people, and it comes down to the decisions you make, your open-mindedness, your readiness to change, your ability to adapt, and your honesty. Really, honesty might be the biggest one of all. But how I go on and on. God bless Alice and her future. I hope that everything goes well, and I'm quite sure she's a beautiful person, and she's sometimes confused. Who knows what the future holds, and I guess we'll see what happens. Reach out with questions or comments down below. Thank you.